Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Big B here from MoneyLordNation.com, your home for everything Money Lord. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Money Lord YouTube video. And today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing my reaction video. So I'll get into this in a minute. Hold on, I have to update this for a minute because I forgot to do it before the video. I just got back from the gym. So this is what I'm gonna do every single week. So this will be my reactions video. So every reaction I was planning to do a stream, but we can't do a stream because I gotta have travel practice every single Tuesday. I have a team practice every Tuesday. So what we're gonna do is we are going to do this. We are going to rank how I think each team performed this weekend, and then tomorrow we'll get into the week 2 NFL predictions. We'll go ahead and get that settled tomorrow. But for today, like I said, we have all the matches right here. I put the teams, all the matches, like Lions and Chiefs play together, these two play together, these two together, and so forth. So you guys should know that. So based on what I'm just gonna be doing, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be re-looking at the game, and then I'm gonna be predicting how I think each team performed this week. So I'm gonna try to charge my phone here. So number one, if you guys do like this video, make sure you guys give a huge thumbs up. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you smash that real hard. And two, make sure you guys join the Money Lord YouTube channel Pick'em Challenge in the NFL. So far we are off to a good start. Well, not for me. I'm starting in 9th place. Okay, that's my. There's 12 people in here, and I'm starting in 9th place. That's not good. I'll tell you guys the record tomorrow. But anyway, let's get into this video. All right, so we are starting off with the Lions at the Chiefs, and I'm gonna be ranking both teams at the same time, and I'm gonna be talking about it. Lions get an S tier. Chiefs get a B. Yeah, C tier. All right, so I'm gonna talk about the visitor first, and then I'm gonna talk about the whole team. Well, whatever I talk about first is like it. But for the Lions, they get an S tier from me. Just the way that they went in there, the way that they silenced the Chiefs celebration, the way that they went in there and absolutely kicked. Well, they didn't kick the shit out of them, but the way that they went in there and just beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead, probably one of the hardest stadiums to get a win in. They went in there, got the job done. Their offense looked good. Their defense looks good. The whole team looks good. Lions, you get an S tier. You get an S tier from me. Good job, and I'm glad that you guys beat the Chiefs. And for the Chiefs, they get a C tier. Not that their offense played bad. I feel like their defense was a little bit out of range, but their defense was fine though. But the thing that gets me from the Chiefs, their receivers did not really play that good in this game. Let's be honest. How many times have we seen when the Chiefs drop the ball? They drop like wide open easy passes, and I believe that's what cost them in this game. I was going to give them a B tier because I thought they didn't actually play that bad. But once I actually thought about the receivers dropping balls, and that's what cost them the game, they get a C tier for that. All right, next up we have the Titans at New Orleans. Okay, both of these two teams probably get a C tier for me. I did not really see. I did not really like both of these two performances. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was alright, but I just think both teams could have done at least a little bit more. Come on, 17 to 16. You guys, even the Saints, especially the Saints, you couldn't even get to 20 points. I know. 17 to 16. I mean, oh, never mind. Excuse me. It was 16 to 15. But yeah, I just expected more out of these two teams. You know, I just didn't think the game looked slow offensively for both teams, either did the both defenses did a good job, and that's getting them credit above the D tier. I would side in the D tier, but both defenses performed good, so I'll put them in the C tier. But anyway, the offense wasn't just there, and that was just basically a slow paced game. All right, next up we have Tampa Bay and the Vikings. Okay, we gotta put Tampa Bay in the A tier, and we're gonna put Minnesota in the C tier. Now for Tampa Bay, that was very impressive. You went into the bank and you beat the Vikings. Okay, that's good. I give you guys an A. Defense, they played a hell of a game, except for getting cooked by Justin Jefferson. But besides that, they really did everything they need to do to win this game. For the Vikings, though, I am kind of disappointed in them because I thought they would get the win in the bank. You know, since they only lost one game in the bank last year. Um, their offense didn't only scored 17 points. I thought they were going to score like 30 something. But yeah, Tampa Bay did do a really good job defensively in this game. They really did. They really did shut down the Viking offense. While Justin Jefferson was the only thing going for you guys. Kirk Cousins didn't have that bad of a game. But besides that, it's just Vikings just wasn't enough, and the Vikings defense didn't even perform that bad. It's just the way that they lost the game. All right, next up we have Arizona at Washington, and I'm giving both of these two teams. I'm giving them both a C tier as well. So with Washington, I don't. Oh, these two should be flipped. Anyway, let's talk about Arizona. Arizona, I don't think they performed bad at all. They stayed with Washington. I thought they were gonna get blown out, which wasn't really the case. But Arizona, I like how they stick with the game. I like how they kept it competitive. They kept things competitive. They were in the game the entire time with Washington. I'm giving Arizona some credit here. For Washington, I just expected more from them. I just wasn't expecting them to barely beat the Cardinals. I was just expecting them to go out there and absolutely kick the Cardinals' ass. But whatever, you got the win, and I guess that's important. I guess for you guys apparently. All right, next up we got the 49ers and the Steelers, and I think we all know where I'm going with these two teams. 49ers getting an S tier, Steelers getting an F tier. All right, so with 49ers, I mean, they just kicked the shit out of them. I mean, you just went to Pittsburgh and just kicked the shit out of Steelers, and it's just automatic S tier. Their offense look great, defense looks great. Yeah, I just can't say it. It's just a simple explanatory here for the Niners. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they did not play good at all in this game. Offense looked flat, defense looks flat. I wouldn't say flat, but still, I don't think the Steelers did not perform good at all in this game. I mean, just what really did the Pittsburgh Steelers really do to convince you they deserve more than half tier? Nah, they terrible. All right, next up we have the Bengals and the Browns. We're talking about terrible. Bengals get an F tier and Browns get an S tier. All right, same and simple. I think these two are the same two explanatories. Browns get an S tier because they absolutely kicked the shit out of them. Their defense played good. Defense played good. Now their offense. Actually, no. I'm moving down to A. No. I gotta move to S because I'll keep my S because that was a very convincing win. So yeah, yeah. Cleveland gets an A, and Cincinnati you get an F because Joe Burrow probably had one of his worst games. Joe, yeah, that was the most embarrassing performance we ever seen out of Joe Burrow. One of the most embarrassing performances we ever seen out of Jamar Chase. He wasn't catching anything. He only got targeted 2 times. Basically, Joe Mixon was silent. That whole team was silent. All right, next up we have the Panthers and the Falcons. Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to this game, so that's why I'm kind of using my phone for this. But I did watch some of the games, and I think Atlanta gets a B, and I'm going to put Carolina at C. Okay, so with Falcon, who do we talk about first? We talk about the road team, so the Panthers. Okay, so the Panthers, I don't think they performed that bad, even though they only scored 10 points. I still think their defense was still kind of efficient in there. They kept the game close the entire time. So I don't think they performed bad. I don't think Bryce Young performed that bad. I don't think the team performed that bad. I just think they could have done a little bit more. And for the Falcons, I think they did what they needed to do. This was an acceptable B tier performance. This is really, really much acceptable. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Friday. But anyway, I think the Falcons performed really good in this game. They don't get an A tier. I don't think they performed as well as Tampa Bay. But I'll at least give them a B tier. You got to stay consistent with it. All right, next up we have Houston and Baltimore. Baltimore gets an A tier, and Houston, D tier. Starting off with the Ravens, starting off with the Texans. I think their offense looked kind of flat. They only scored 9 points. I do think their defense did good. Their defense, they only forced Baltimore. They only did Baltimore to 25 points. That's not that bad. They allowed Jamar Jackson. Their defense. The only reason why they're not an F tier is because of their defense. because their defense allowed Lamar Jackson to throw an interception. I think their defense did pretty good for them both facts. So I think the Texans they're kind of underrated. Their offense was flat as hell. I didn't like their offensive performance, but their defense is at least getting been at least a step tier. And that's why they're not. If their defense didn't show up, they would have been an F tier. But thanks to their defense, they're a D tier. And for the Ravens, I just liked how they performed all around. I just like Lamar Jackson's performance, even though he threw a pick. I like that whole performance from the Baltimore Ravens, and I think we can all say that they deserve an A tier. I mean, they could be a B tier too, but for me, it's an A tier. All right, next up we have the Colts in Jacksonville. Okay, I'm giving Jacksonville get to B tier, and Colts also get a B tier. All right, so let's talk about these two teams. Jacksonville, I mean, they just performed good. 31 points out of the team this week. They did really good. My opinion, Trevor Lawrence looked good. Travis Etienne looks good. The whole team looks good. Defense probably could have used some work there. That's why I had to bring them down a little bit. But besides that, I think Jacksonville played pretty dang good as well. And even though I expect that game to be a blowout and didn't get the blowout, but I mean, I think the offense proved its point. That's why I'm giving it a B tier. And then for Indianapolis, they get a B tier as well. I like how Indy played this game. I love how they keep the competitive. They're kind of like Arizona. I love how competitive they were in this game. Honestly, I thought they were gonna get blown out, but instead, Anthony Richardson he looked really good last week. If he can keep doing that, then you guys might be okay. But for now, you guys get a B tier. I liked both teams' performances in this game. All right, next up we have the Packers and the Bears. Bears get a D tier. Packers get an A tier. All right, so for the Packers, I mean, what is there left to explain? I didn't think they were going to win this game, and they won this game. They won it fair. I think they well deserve an A tier. They scored a whole bunch of points to Chicago. They went into Chicago. They kind of still own Chicago. So it was just all around a good performance from the Green Bay Packers. We saw Jordan Love. He had a really good game in this one as well. Three touchdowns for 245 yards. That's pretty good yard. I thought Aaron Jones was sensational as well. It was just an all around good performance from the Green Bay Packers, and it was just a good team win for them. Meanwhile, for the Bears, I'm throwing you guys in the D tier because I thought you guys were going to win this game in a very good way, but instead you guys lost in a pretty embarrassing way besides scoring a garbage time touchdown. You guys lost 38-20. The fact I trust you guys and you guys can't even get the win at home is I think you guys are just headed towards the right direction, the direction you guys are headed last year. If you guys don't fix that up. All right, so next up we have the Rams and Seattle. Rams get an A tier, and Seattle gets nah, I can't say F. I'll give them a D. It's kind of funny how we ranked each team the A and D tier. But anyway, starting with the Rams, I love how we performed. I love how we just went into Seattle and absolutely kicked their ass. That was amazing to watch. Not just saying as a biased fan, I'm just saying as a regular fan. I love how my team performed. I think a lot of our receivers really stepped up when Cooper Kupp was going. I like what Matthew Stafford did, even though he didn't even throw a touchdown. He still had 334 yards, and I like Cam Akers. I love what he did in this game. I just like the all around Rams performance. And their defense really played well in this game, only allowing Seattle to score 13 points and sacking Geno Smith 3 times. I could be wrong. It could be more or less. And I know it's either two because he got sacked back to back times. So anyway, the Rams played great. Meanwhile, for Seattle, I'm really disappointed in them, especially at home. I thought they were going to kick our ass. I thought this was going to be a bad game for the Rams, but instead, I think Seattle just performed like really bad in this game. The only reason why they're not at F2 below at F tier for me is because I thought their offense was at least good for at least the first half of the game. But besides that, the Rams just kicked their ass in the second half, and that's why you guys are D tier for this week. All right, next up we have the Dolphins and the Chargers game. Both of these two teams get an S tier. Are you kidding me? Dolphins looked amazing. I mean, I can just talk about these two teams by itself. This was the best game of the week. Let's be honest, right? This was honestly the best game of the week. Both of these two teams looked electrical on offense. It was a popcorn showing game. both of these two teams well deserved an S tier. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't care what the outcome is here. Both of these two teams are getting an S tier because how great these two teams performed. Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins was absolutely sensational in this game. Justin Herbert was good. Tua was good. The whole roster out of the Dolphins and the Chargers were good. I mean, that game was just amazing. All right, next up we have Philadelphia in New England. Philly gets an A tier and Patriots get a B tier. All right, so starting off with Philadelphia, I love how their defense played in this game. I love how they turned over the Patriots like 3 times, and you guys went off to a 16-0 start. I like how you guys like how your defense performed. I mean, in fantasy, it caused me to get never mind. I have Eagles defense. You guys got me 11 points, but anyway, I love how the Eagles performed on defensive end. Their offense was a little slow. That's why you guys are not an S tier because your offense only scored one of those touchdowns out of your thing. But not all around. But your defense definitely gets a huge credit for this. So for your defense, I'll give you guys an A tier. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, I think you guys get a B tier. I think you guys really, once you guys got your asses kicked kind of in the first half of the game, you guys were able to maintain it. You guys were able to keep the game competitive. You guys were able to get back in the game, and I give you guys a lot of credit for that. All right, next up we have Denver at Vegas. Vegas gets a B tier. Denver gets a D tier. All right, so with Vegas, I mean they just look decent. You know, they got the win in Denver. Now, yes, that is impressive for them. I thought Devontae Adams, I thought Josh Jacobs did really good in this game, and Jimmy G, he was just throwing downs all over the place. I like that Raiders performance. The only reason why I'm taking points off a little bit is because their defense was intact and they make dumb mistakes. If they didn't make dumb mistakes, I would move it up to A. Meanwhile, moving for Denver. I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, I think everybody trusts Denver this year, and right now they're not headed towards the right direction. Defense did okay. Offense was still kind of silent, and that was kind of concerning game headed to the season for Denver. All right, next up we have Dallas in New York, and if you're asking me, this is pretty obvious. Dallas S tier, Giants F tier. So starting with the Giants, I mean, I'm starting off with Dallas. I mean, what do you want to say? What do you really want to say? I mean, I don't even have to say anything about the Giants. I know I'm about the Cowboys. I don't even know how to say about that. And for the Giants, I mean, that was just absolutely embarrassing. That was probably one of the most embarrassing Sunday night games that I ever watched. All right, and last but not least is the Bills and the Jets. I'm gonna give the Jets a B tier, and I'm gonna give the Bills I'm gonna give them a D tier. Yeah. So with the Jets, even though Aaron Rodgers went out early in the game with like four, with what do you go out like in the fourth snap? I really liked how bounce back. I really like her bounce back. I really like that they only cut Buffalo's offense to 16 points. I thought their defense played good. I thought their offense wasn't that bad with the new quarterback Zach Wilson. Whatever his name is, probably gonna be out there for the rest of the year. He is gonna be out there for the rest of the year because Aaron Rodgers is out for the rest of the year. But anyway, I like how the Jets defense really performed. That's a lot of my credit coming from the Jets, and they wanted to kick return touchdowns. So good job. Meanwhile, for the Bills, I was just really disappointed in the team. All the facts except for Stephon Diggs. I mean, besides Stephon Diggs, I was really disappointed with the Bills. Josh Allen probably had one of his worst performances we ever seen out of him in his career. Honestly, threw 3 interceptions to the same guy. That's just not ideal, and I really expected the Bills to win this game, but they didn't. So yeah, that's why I get a D tier. Plus, you can't lose the game on a punt return touchdown. That's just unacceptable. All right, guys, and that is the video for my Week 1 NFL reactions. Make sure you guys do like this video. Make sure you guys do hit that notification bell. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this one edited so you guys can watch it on time. This is Big B here, signing off from MoneyLoadNation.com. Peace out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.